Man, what's up? What's up, YouTube? What's up, world? Polo Sports Talking, ENT, and also Polo Sports News Plus. Look, I'm gonna just go ahead and jump right into it. There's no sugarcoating on this video, no type of beating around any type of bush, no type of introduction, none of that stuff, man. Okay, look, man. A lot of times in life, people are gonna face loss. You're gonna take that L, man. And from the look of the video, man, everybody probably thinking I'm just talking about loss of life or loss of a loved one. But yeah, that is true. But I mean, when you lose anything, when you suffer a loss in anything, it has a dramatic impact on you. Okay, uh, it could be a loss of your spouse, meaning that your spouse is no longer with you. She up and decided to leave you, or he up and decided to leave you. Uh, it could be a loss of your job. It could be a uh, loss of money. Shoot, it could be a loss in the game that you would play in any type of game. Either way, man, you got to learn how to deal with loss, man. You gotta learn how to deal with any type of L that you take, because really, that's what builds character. A lot of people don't know how to deal with losing. Okay, like a lot of people that are like just grew up always winning, always being able to be at the top of their game and never suffer defeat. That's not good for them. Okay, look, I'm not saying that you want to look for a loss, but a loss is a part of life, man. Now, let's just tackle several things. When you talk about death, what's up, Big Who? I see you in the building. When you talk about death, okay, if you lost a loved one, which I've had, because my grandmother was like my best friend. My cousin was, a close individual that was to me, and I've lost friends. Man, it takes an emotional toll on you. But somehow, some way, think about it like this: that person that's gone would have wanted you to move on. They would have wanted you to move forward. They would have wanted you to bounce back. They would have wanted you to be resilient. Believe it or not, loss is good sometimes. Loss is good sometimes. And the reason is because when everything is going good and when everything's going, wonderful, yeah, that's great. But what kind of character are you building? You're not building any character unless you've been battle tested. You always want to be battle tested. If you haven't been battle tested, how can you deal with any type of adversity? And that's what a loss. That's part of what a loss is. It's just dealing with adversity. Uh, let's talk about financially. If you suffered a if you suffered a loss of business, okay, you got to find some way to bounce back from that. Okay, it's not easy to do that, and I'm not going to sit up here and pretend like it is, because it's not. It's not easy to do some of those things. You might lose a substantial amount of money that you needed for a business, and that was very important for you. You might have lost out on an investment. But somehow, some way, you have to be able to grow and be able to come back from that. You know, uh, the only way, the only way that you're ever going to build character is by being able to, suffer some sort of loss. Okay, and in life, it's going to happen. There's no way that everybody wants to talk about, and I'm gonna let you go, Jacob Jennings. Just uh, give me just a second, all right? Uh, when you talk about losing and taking that L in life, there's no way that you could duck that smoke. You're not going to be able to duck any type of smoke of a loss. I don't care what it is, and so you have to prepare yourself, and you might not be prepared. You might not be prepared for that loss, but it's good to go through it to reach from within. I give you a perfect example before I let my boy Jacob Jennings go. Okay, look, you have a lot of people out here that have all this money, all this wealth. They've never worked a day in their life. They've never they've never had to struggle for anything. They probably never even had that many deaths in their family. I hear some background noise. They probably never had suffered that many deaths or had anything traumatic take place in their life. But those are the people that get hit hard the most, and they can never, ever, ever be picked up. I don't care what it is. They have a hard time. Some people fall into deep depression. I've seen it happen. There was a lady that a friend of the family that we knew one time. She was a doctor and had everything going for her. Had nice house, a lot of cars, taking trips once she retired and everything. And then all of a sudden, once once she retired and her family started not being with her, and then she had a couple of deaths that took place in her family. Guess what? Especially with her husband, she couldn't handle it, and she fell into deep depression. You talk about a lady that made damn near almost with the investments that she had and stuff, aside from being a doctor, damn near seven figures. This is a lady that was very well off. So that money that you have and all those riches and all that wealth that you have, you know what I'm saying, and everything stashed away and stuff like that, that don't mean nothing if you can't be resilient mentally. That don't mean nothing if you can't take a loss and it builds character from you, because that's what losses do, or taking the L does. It builds character. So as I let my boy Jacob Jennings go, I just want y'all to know that if y'all don't know, man, me and Jacob, man, we've been through some trials and tribulations. We went through trials and tribulations around the same time. I'm not at liberty to say what Jacob's situation is, but I'm pretty sure y'all know what my situation was. But either way, guess what? Jacob still is resilient and still was able to bounce back and still was able to do his thing and be strong, because he has to be strong for the people around him, because nobody else is going to do it. So I want you to listen to him, because if anybody knows about dealing with certain adversity, it's this man right here, as well as myself. Jacob Jennings, man, you got the floor.
Yo, what's going on, Polo? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm blessed, man. What's going on, brother?
You know, trying to trying to make another quota. You know,
Yeah.
but to piggyback on what you were saying, man. Uh, uh, some people don't know how to recover from a mental loss. sometimes that can revert to not somebody. Who's that? Ronnie Capilot Records. Oh, salute. Okay, appreciate you. Salute to you, man. Somebody comment. Private chat. Uh, some people don't know how to recover from a mental loss, man. You know, and what really helps me with that, Polo, is because I have a spiritual, uh, I have a spiritual background or for this attachment. I'm not saying that things are perfect or grand or anything like that. To me, it does help me realize having better discernment about things, about certain people, discernment. Uh, do you ever remember that song, Smiling Faces? I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Oh yeah.
That song taught me a lot because the song basically saying a smile is just a frown turned upside down. And sometimes you got to be aware of everybody that's smiling, ha and hee in front of you all the time. Because when people let you down or disappoint you, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it ain't this may not be about money. This may just be about a person that just, you thought was a friend that was supposed to be loyal to you, you know? And, you know, that's all that is to it. You know? So yeah, man, my spiritual walk is what really helped me get through a lot of things, man. You know, like I said, dealing with the loss of my mom, and I'm having to move forward. Having to now not having that motherly advice on things, and you kind of got to fall to your aunts, the ones that are still around, and you know um even on your job, man, you know what I'm saying, being mentally let down from goals, failures. I mean, just different goals or something. You might have failed at ideas. You may have failed at or something like that. Uh, that's just a lot, man. You really look at it. Um, 7 figures is a lot of money, but shoot, what was what what was I doing with that seven figures? You know what I'm saying? Am I just getting check to check? Never invested that. Never thought about putting that money into something to make money and or whatnot. You know, uh, sometimes people lack that that spiritual intellectual. Now, I don't mean when I say spiritual, I don't mean like the whole church thing, man. That ain't no spiritual is you reading the truth. You know what I'm saying? Actually having your own personal prayer life. That's between you and God. Just that. You know what I'm saying? You know, because think about it. At all that church that people go through and stuff like that, you still got to deal with the real world. You know, you still got to deal with failures and all that other stuff. You still got to deal with that. So sometimes, like I said, I still got to be strong. I got to find means to, and shoot, I keep It's like sometimes, bro, I keep forgetting that my mama ain't here. I ain't really fully used to really just being totally gone. And that's just being honest. You know, I'm used to her. Shit, she getting up, finna say something, finna fuss, finna get mad. Hell, I ain't got nobody to argue with no more like I used to. You know what I'm saying? She was my argue. She was the only person I could argue with. You know, but yeah, man.
Go ahead, Mike. You got it, man. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this before we get started too. Okay. Look, this ain't for anybody to come on here. Okay. Today, this ain't the video to try to debunk nothing. No contrarian, none of that stuff. Okay, and none of that debate stuff. Okay. This is it's a real topic or whatever. And none of that
Hey,
trolling stuff. None of that. None of that stuff today. All right. Not today,
hey,
man. So I really need y'all to really dig in deep, man. This is just a good conversation and good melanated conversation between brothers. All right. So none of that arguing stuff today, man. Not today, man. Go ahead and go.
Go, go, go.
Go ahead, Mike. You got it, man. Go ahead, Young. You got it, man. I don't know what happened to Mike. Go ahead.
Salute to the panel on the chat.
Blue SM.
Damn my voice. Uh, Dealing with a loss. I wouldn't say like nothing personally, personally happened to me. Like someone died. I feel like when I'll say when dealing to me when I had dealt a situation, with the car crash, and that and also when I would say the loss with I mean the loss of basically my father at the time. When I was a kid, my father went to prison, and when I was 8, and that was a huge loss for me because I was upset because I was because they handcuffed him right from my face, so I was upset, and and I was in I was in deep hurt, because it's that I never really have a male figure in my life. I never really had a male figure in my life. I just had to learn on my own. And when like you said, when you smiling, um, people see that, oh, you're happy, but you're not. With me, I don't really like that happened like me before. I wouldn't smile, then I just be quiet. I just sit in my store, just be quiet and not just say nothing. People don't, yeah, people, they don't come up to you. Like, to me, they don't come up to me like, what's wrong? Nothing. Nothing. Just nothing. I just sit there, just be quiet, and I just like close my eyes and just like just dream I was in another world, another place, so I can go by myself, you know, and you know that and and definitely rap, definitely some people that we looked up musically that you see on TV when they when they lost, seeing them die, and then you grow up watching it. That's definitely for me painful because I'm like, damn, like all the stuff I watched is like dead and gone. And it also, and to me, the problem for me is how can I recover from this? How can I recover from this loss that I've been dealing with my life? The losses that I'm losing, people, my mom and my family, they lost with them because they don't pay attention to me, and then my auntie died. My auntie died. Who took care of me and my mom. She died. Then um then seeing losing my father in jail. And I was 8. Lost him. He's in jail. Then lost two of my uncle. Lost one of my uncles in life in prison. Then losing my uncle. Can't contact him no more because he ain't had no trouble. We don't had no contact with him, and it all dwells on kid. Like you couldn't like how can you express how can you tell like a 9-year-old kid all the stuff that he's going through and he doesn't even know it. He doesn't even know it. He hadn't figured out anything because nobody never told him. He had to figure it out. He had to figure it out himself to see like this what happened, and that puts you definitely in the shell. To me it's not like smiling faces tell lies to me. Just that me, I'm just quiet. Me, I feel like quietness. Sit in the room just quiet, not say nothing. Just walk around. Cause people ain't gonna be friends with you. Cause they once they see you be happy, once they see a person sad and stuff, they not gonna be friends. They just gonna walk away like, what's wrong with him? And then just walk away. They never gonna talk to you or confront you. You know, I know that did happen though. They just made fun of me and like and threatened me. So I dealing with that. Also, I deal with that, and it's just that I never really got to overcome it because I don't know how to. I don't know how to recover from this because nobody ever taught me. It was like so I had to figure that shit out, and just that it always it always gonna it's always gonna affect you. No matter I don't care if it's family, this, that, it always gonna affect you in your life because that's something because of a person or something is that you close to deep down in your heart and seeing them you wouldn't seeing them hurt seeing them gone is very hurtful because you're not gonna see them anymore. You're not gonna hear them, you're not gonna see them call, you can't call them anymore, you can't text them anymore. The only thing you gotta do is celebrate days in jail or just celebrating their gravesite. Celebrate their life in memorial. When their birthday or the anniversary of their death. That's
You still going?
Yeah.
You still? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, no, no. You good. Man, I'm gonna piggyback off of Young and then go Mike, man. You got the floor. Look, man, see, that's another thing. You got people that got, they got kin folks that's locked up in jail and stuff like that. But guess what, man? That loss right there, it can motivate you. You know why? Because that guy that see, my cousin was locked up. My cousin was locked up for almost 3 decades. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that think that, oh, that ain't nothing, 3 decades of your life, nigga, that's a long ass time. You know what I'm saying? So he motivated me just off the premise of saying, okay, hey, look, man, don't be getting involved in none of that stuff that I got into, that'll get you locked up and take away your freedom and all of that. And he was actually encouraging me instead of discouraging me. He could have just been like, nah, 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 you got to uphold my reputation. You got to uphold this. You got to do what I did, and you got to go 50 times harder than what I did when I was out there in them streets like that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he chose to tell me the opposite. So you got to look at a loss like that, and that was the loss that was near and dear to me. Just because he was someone that was close to me. He was my kinfolk because I ain't had no brothers and no sisters. So I'm gonna let Goat have the floor. uh, Goat, man. Top of the day to you, and y'all should go sub to Goat Mike's both of his channels.
I appreciate Polo 100. Salute to everybody in the chat panel, whoever listening. Hey man, here's what I got on this. Okay, I've had a lot of stuff going on in my time. Whether it was I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna go into too much detail of it, but I've had a lot of stuff go on. But with that being said, whenever I go through anything, whether it's losing somebody, whether it's a bad experience, I just go to the gym. Basically, with me is I go to the gym for everything. Then everything. I don't care what it is. Whatever I'm going through, I'm not gonna take it out on other people. I'm just gonna go to the gym, hit the weights, hit the treadmill. If I can't get to the gym, if I can't get to the gym, I'm gonna stay home and do push-ups. I'm gonna do dips. Even at work, I've done a full blown workout at work. I'd be at work doing push-ups. They'd be like, hey, you're the only guy I've seen at work doing push-ups. I'd be at work doing push-ups, dips, crunches. I do some cardio when I go. Whenever I get a spare moment, uh, I try to be active when I'm down. Whenever I'm down, I want to get active, get in the gym. That's basically me. Either I'm working out or meditating. I'm doing one or the other. Sometimes both. But those are the two biggest things for me is meditation and also working out, hitting the weight room, hitting the push up, hitting the dip, squats, the lunges, whatever I can figure out to do, a burpees, bear crawl, whatever it is. Like for example, let's say my mom get on my nerves one day. Instead of saying something crazy, go to my room, hit the push ups, go around the block, go running. I don't take my anger out on other people because I'm going through something or because I'm frustrated or because certain stuff. I just work out, meditate, play basketball. I try to do things that I love to do best. If I'm going to do something, okay, I love basketball. I'm gonna go play basketball. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna go talk to go see some girls. I might go to the club. I might go party. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do things that I love to do because that's gonna take my focus away from what just happened, whatever it is. Losing somebody, going through some bad experience, whatever. I do things I love to do because it takes my mind away. Like if I'm pissed off at somebody, okay, go play basketball. Like yesterday, I ain't gonna say no name. But I'm just saying I got mad. So okay, let me go outside and shoot some jumpers. Okay, I lost somebody today. Okay, I'm gonna go over here and work out. I'm gonna go to the park and do curl ups. Just random stuff. So that's what I got on. I'm not going into detail of it, but I've been through a lot of stuff in my lifetime. But whatever I've gone through, I use activity to get away from it. Whatever I love to do, I do it. Basketball, working out, whatever it is, something that's going to take my mind away. I like watching YouTube. Okay, get on YouTube, watch YouTube, watch some movies, do anything you like. Whenever you're mad about something, if you just do things you love to do, it takes your mind away from everything else. But that's all I got on that, y'all. I can take over here. Anybody there? Wow, everybody left the room.
Still there, go.
Oh, I hear you now, Polo. Yeah, Polo. I don't know if you heard what I said or
Go. You
not,
still
but
there, bro?
yeah, I'm still here. I don't think you can hear me though.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna piggyback off of what Ghost just said. You see, man, Ghost got a couple baby.
We can hear you, Polo.
What's up, Don Lovato? I see you in the building, man. Being able to come on here and come on the pattern and chop it up with everybody. That was his hope of making. And he also mentioned the fact that there's a lot of people that they, they look at their riches and their wealth as a form of happiness, which to some degree it is, but really that can't purchase happiness. They got to come from within. It's just like what Mike said. Okay, you know, Mike, man, he's a strong-willed brother. You know what I'm saying? Much like everybody on here is, because if you're not strong-willed, you wouldn't be able to get on the panel and go at it with certain individuals. You know what I'm saying? That means that you're strong-willed. You got a lot of confidence.
Hey Polo, you all jittered, Polo. You jittered. You either jittered. Polo, your mic is muffled.
That is a comfort mechanism. Was able to take that out or something
I don't
else.
think Polo can hear me.
So,
Polo, your mic is muffled up, man.
loss. But I'm just saying, dealing with anything, any type of loss,
Oh man.
whether it's the loss of a friend, like Sterling now was saying, father lost a couple of deaths in the family, keeping my situation. Hey, it's gonna happen. You gotta be able to, transition. So don't let, don't let a loss, don't let a, okay, hold on one second, okay? I'm gonna go back out and come back in.
Yeah. Okay. Can y'all hear me now? Hey, put one in the chat if y'all can hear me now. Put a one in there. Put a one in there if y'all can hear me, man.
You
Yo, can
good?
you hear me now? Oh, I'm
You
good.
good?
Okay.
You good now?
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Okay. No. I was just basically, just about to wrap everything up and just say that, what you did, man. That I commend that, because there's a lot of people that would have been off. And listen, man, we can't sit here and judge everybody, just based on what they see on YouTube, or think that that's that whole person persona. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, just much like myself, Goat might been through a lot, and he could come on YouTube, man, and really, really, really go hard on you, if you're hard in the paint, harder than what he really wants to. But Goat Mike is held back a lot, and I commend him for doing that. That's why I fuck with Goat Mike, and I fuck with a lot of other people. And you can't sit up here and judge a person, based on what you hear, or his channel or anything like that, or his he might not think the same way that you do in terms of basketball or anything like that. Because that's just a portion of something that we like to talk about. But if you want to really get down to the nitty gritty of things and really talk about life and dealing with loss and being able to handle adversity, man, a person like Mike is somebody that I would recommend that you talk to. A person like Jacob Jennings would be a person I recommend that you talk to. Myself, because trust me, I've suffered defeat in all forms of life. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to happen, man. You're going to take a L. That's what builds character, man. So as I close, I'm gonna let Goat have the floor one more time, but I'm gonna say this one thing right here, okay? Listen, man, you ain't gonna be able to duck any type of smoke when it comes to losses. So you better prepare yourself because you preparing for the worst is also at the same token being able to hope for the best, man. You know, and proper preparation prevents any type of poor performance. Always remember that. Go ahead, Goat.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it another one on it. Yeah, so basically that's what you gotta do in life. You have to if you're going through anything, just do things you love to do. Take your mind off of it. Whether it's working out, whether it's camping, whether it's playing ball, whether it's going golfing, whether it's going to the casino, whether it's going to McDonald's, whether it's going walking, do what you love to do. That's what's gonna take your mind off everything. And also the biggest keys is to not think about it. I've been through a million things in my lifetime. I'm talking from a kid always now. I've been through a lot of stuff. But the thing that I always do, I forgive and I forget. I don't think about it long periods. Like whatever happens, I don't think about it long stretches. I just don't. It goes in one side and out the other. That just as what it's like taking a dump. You know, food go in you and go out you. Now I don't say that to be nasty, but the terminology is there. You know, in life, whatever happens, you gotta look at it and move on. You know, you just gotta keep pushing forward, do what you love to do, take your mind off things. You know, that's what you gotta do. Somebody make you mad, you know, go running, go exercising. Don't go out here doing drugs and alcohol or killing people, going to jail. Don't go out here doing crazy stuff because you're going through something. Go do something active, productive. If you mad, go do something that's gonna get the anger out. Go to the boxing ring. Go punch a punching bag. Go sparring. Go do taekwondo. You know what I'm saying? Go do something that's gonna relieve the stress that you feel. That's what I got on that, Polo. Polo might have fell out, y'all. So give him a few minutes
Nah,
to get
I'm
back to
here.
the
I'm
room.
here. I'm here. Hey, that's facts right there. I think somebody else coming in. Okay, Jacob Jennings coming back in. Y'all go ahead and continue to cook, man. Y'all know how we get down in Texas. It's three the hard way right here, Texas finest. Y'all go ahead and do it.
Appreciate you, Polo. Go. What's up, baby?
What's good, Jacob Jennings?
You know, everyday life for a black man. Everyday life. You know,
That's what
trying to trying to
life is.
trying to trying to grab on
Go
this
ahead.
plate. Okay, trying to
You
grab
trying to
on this
grab?
plate.
You trying to grab on the
You know what I'm
stage?
saying? And I'm trying to grab on this plate.
Uh,
Polo also got to mention we eat good down here sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this, Jacob. I don't worry about all the bad things in Texas. I just look at all the good stuff. That's all I
Yeah.
do.
Man, these pork chops ain't popping, man. Damn. Motherfucker scared to season the meat. Goodness gracious. That's a damn shame. Brother can't get no seasoned meat. Man, that's the whole beauty of it. People don't like passion. This bad boy kind of bland. They just ain't. It just ain't hot. It ain't popping. It ain't popping. What's been going on with you, goat?
Shoot, nothing much. Just been trying to stay in shape, doing my crunches, my push ups. Make sure I'm staying in rhythm, staying in flow. And now I haven't been outside today, but I've been getting on my treadmill. I got a treadmill in my room. So every now and then I get on the treadmill, run for a few minutes, do a little bit of crunches, a little bit
Mm-hmm.
of this, be all right.
Ain't no wrong with that. Ain't no wrong with that. But no damn show. I ain't doing none of what you talking about, as I should. You know, more here. He like I'm
Well,
an offensive lineman. I ain't blocking for
hey,
nobody.
hey man, I'm trying to get my athletic ability back, man. I'm trying to get back athletic again.
I think I can if I start getting on the court, but you know, ain't no basketball. For Zun, I can shoot some. But hell, you talking about needing a bunch of uh, work done, just basketball wise. Yeah, I would need a whole lot of work. You know, 'cause yeah, what? I won't be able to keep up with you.
Not me, man.
So
I'm telling you, I be in the lab. I be in the lab 7 days a week, man.
but that's what I'm telling you. You got that your energy structure is on point. You know what I'm saying?
I watch a lot. That because I watch Kobe Bryant. When I watch Kobe Bryant play ball, that gives me motivation to want to work out. It's kind of crazy.
That's good. 'Cause think about it. What Kobe's doing in practice, he's doing it. The only difference is all that running is counting for every second. Every second that he's running on the court is counted for. Like he's on the clock, but then he ain't on the clock when it comes down to the actual. Like say you practice on taking jump shots, right? And all them shots you taking, you making them shots. Well, guess what? When you actually getting paid for it to make them shots that you doing in practice, all what you doing in practice is gonna pay off on the court. Do you believe that?
Hell yeah! Whatever you working on, you're gonna see it on the court. Whatever it is. If you work on your lateral slide and all that shit, it get better. Everything you work on is gonna get better if you work on it.
Right, right,
And that's a lot. A lot I do. Jacob. I watch
hmm
everybody who has a work ethic. I watch them. I watch all of them. You look at Kobe. You look at Magic. You look at Larry Bird. You look at Cash Nasty. You look at even Ticket to an extent. Ticket has a great work ethic, bro. Guys don't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It,
They could
as
be
much
running up them bridges.
as I hate Ticket, his work ethic is impeccable.
Yeah, he got. I mean, look, me and Ticket around the same age. I think. You know, Ticket in phenomenal basketball shape. You in great basketball shape. You guys can actually play a whole. What I'm saying is, y'all could actually play a full game. I couldn't do that. You see what I'm saying? Y'all ain't just working on y'all game. Y'all actually working on y'all physique too. Unlike some players, they just in shape, but they ain't working on their game. You
You
know
know
what I
what
mean?
I do, Jacob? Jacob,
That's a difference.
hey Jacob, I got a secret move that I use. Whatever I eat, whatever, like for example, if I eat some chicken, right? Let's say the chicken is let's say the chicken is 1,000 calories. That means that I got to do 1,000 workouts.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever calories I eat, I do that many workouts in the day.
Hmm. Right?
That might sound weird. Let's say I eat 2,000 calories. Okay, I'll probably do like
Right.
I do then I do 200 there. That's 600. So basically, if I eat 2,000 calories in the morning and 12
Man, what's
midnight,
going
so
on?
so I'm gonna start early. And I eat throughout the day. I'm doing that. Let's say I eat breakfast.
Mike, hold on, Mike.
I'm
Man,
gonna
it's
do
like
500
I'm missing,
workouts.
Mike.
If
I'm
I
missing
eat
some of
500
what you've
calories for
been
lunch,
saying.
the 500 calories
You
for
hear me?
lunch. But the thing is, Jacob, I don't eat breakfast or lunch. I eat dinner. So therefore,
Mike,
at dinner time, I eat 1,000 and I eat 1,500 calories for dinner. So what does that mean? I gotta do a
Mike,
thousand
can you hear me?
and 500 workouts.
Mike, can you
Whether
hear
it's
me?
running, whether it's running for like 2 hours, it ain't gotta be fast running. I could be just jogging, some shit like that. Or I can break it up and say, okay, I'm gonna jog for 30 minutes. Then I'm gonna do 30 push-ups. That's 60. Then I'm gonna drop back. Then I'm gonna do 30
Mike,
lunges.
can you hear me?
Then I'm gonna do 30 shoulder. Then I'm gonna do 30 burp. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna break it down any way I can throughout the day.
Mike,
That's how I stay in shape, Jay.
Mike,
That
can you
sounds
hear me?
crazy, huh?
Can you hear me? Mike, can you hear me? Hello? Oh man. Mike, can you hear me? Mike, Mike, can you hear me? Can you hear me, bro? Mike, can you hear me? I don't think he can. Mm, wow. Never seen pork chops cooked. This bad. Oh shoot, I ain't. Hold up. I'm gonna have to leave.
I can't. Hold on. I'm gonna go out and come back.